Today's video is about Clarkdale. Now, I am sitting on the line between Cottonwood and Clarkdale. It is Plaque Hills Road. I'll get the exact road. But all the area that I'm about to show you now is non-HOA property. And you're gonna see some pretty, oops. I don't have my holder anymore. It's in my other vehicle. So anyway, these are non-HOA homes, and they are all custom homes. It's a really nice, well-maintained community. Like I said, they're all site-built, custom homes, some really beautiful ones, and in front is the whole Mingus Mountain Range. So this is where I hike up to do the hikes that I do in the Mingus Mountains. A lot of these homes are older, but there are also some new ones scattered in here and there. And there's some really nice big ones. I'm not sure how far up I'm gonna go because there are some really, as you can see, and I'm gonna try and zoom in without taking out the mailbox. There are some really nice big homes up on hilltops. So I'll see that it's kind of trying to zoom in on stuff closer in front of me here. So yes, for you, I will put my life and limb at risk. Sorry, I had to say that. It was pretty funny to me. Anyway, but they're building in here all the time. So it's pretty nice. I haven't even been all the way out here in a while. So I see this when I am hiking. So I see a lot of this when I'm hiking. And it's just a really beautiful area. These are definitely newer homes. Don't go through there when it's flooded. So, it gives you an idea of some. Here's this beautiful home. Really like this one. Really nice. All right. Gonna do a turnaround here pretty soon, but yeah, this is all Clarkdale, and these are definitely, you know, site-built homes, custom homes. See if I can see this one. And this is a gorgeous house right here. Nice, nice. So if you're interested in some things in this area, this is a beautiful area right under the Mingus Mountains. Okay, I just need to show you these amazing views. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we got some storm clouds coming in, but look at these views. Might be rain right there, but this is, I mean, we get to look at this every day living here. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning, stunning views. And again, it's all this outside opportunity that people want when they come to live here. It's quiet, it's rural, but it has all the amenities that everybody's needing and wanting. Okay, I'm gonna drive around here for a little bit because it's just such a beautiful neighborhood, a beautiful community, and it is custom homes, no HOA, but you can see the pride of ownership in here. Even though there's no HOA keeping them, you know, in line, as they say. Oh, here's what's for sale, people. There's what's for sale. All right, back to the other side. It's easier and safer. I have to laugh at myself. I wish I had my little thing on my window, but I don't. So again, there's some beautiful homes in here, and I have helped people buy and sell in here. There are some smaller homes, so this one would be a little bit smaller potentially. If I can find, you know, it's just, a really pretty area. They've got a lot of different types of homes in here. I should reach my out. I mean, oh, how about this? Got a big garage there. Try not to kill myself. Put your landscapers out there. But again, this gives you an idea that in this area, and a lot of Clarkdale, is no HOA. And that is definitely a desirous feature for a lot of my clients, is to not have, ooh, it's really pretty, not have, sorry, I say that a lot because I love houses. I really do. I'm kind of that person. That's why I make a great realtor, because I know houses. Yeah, because I am happy to go out and look at homes for people. I really am, because I like looking at houses, and if it can save you a trip and it can help you narrow your ideas down and options as to where to start looking, hey, that's part of my job. Okay, so here we are. Now, I'm gonna go down this way, I think. I have a few clients that have bought in here and sold in here, so I know this area very, very well. Whoops, you're on the right side of the road, probably help. Thinking I'm nuts. And here's one of the, we have a lot of churches. And if anybody wants me to like do a whole video on churches, let me know, I will. What I thought I might do is, again, look at those views. Awesome sauce, love it. Now, there is a couple of subdivisions we're going to take a look at, so hang in there with me. Now, the first subdivision we're going to take a look at is called the Vineyards. And I've sold in here. There's an HOA. They're all new builds. They're not custom homes. They're, you know, they build them and they sell them. So it's, you know, they're not custom homes. You don't get to pick and choose what you do. Oh, and you can get into on the greens from back here. I did not know that. See, I love just driving all over. So thank you guys for that. I'll come back to the on greens because we've done them already. And then here's Coyote Trails Public Golf Course. So this is all like right in here in the Vineyards. They're spec homes. Thank you. I knew if I waited long enough, the words would come to me. Anyway, the spec homes mean the builder picks everything and they build it. And then they make it available for people to purchase. There's no selection of flooring, carpet, window treatments, color, nothing. It's strictly a spec home. The builder builds them and puts them on the market. Some builders just prefer to do that, and quite a few, honestly, builders in this area do that versus taking orders. I find that on the other side of the mountain, on the other side of the Mingus Mountain, Verde Valley, Prescott, the builders are more likely to do more custom homes. So it's really all what you want. So all the new builds in here are not really custom, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what you're looking for. And again, that's on the greens right in front of me. So if you drive through on the greens, we're going to come out on another section of Clarkdale, but we're not going to do that today. It's kind of cool to know that, though. I like all the shortcuts. That's one of the things that you'll find out about me, is that when you're riding around and we're looking at houses, I am going to find all the shortcuts. Actually, this road right here cuts across as well to the other side of Clarkdale. So there's a couple of through streets, which is pretty cool to know. Okay, so we're going to continue along. And coming up next is the Pineshadows, which is the 55 plus community that I've already talked about. If you buy in there, you're going to have really a lot of opportunities to get properties with views. It's a nice 55 plus community. So yeah, cruise along. There's not much out here. There used to be a restaurant here. It was very good, but they're closed now, unfortunately. And there's a Dollar General out here. So this is all pretty much residential. So if you need to shop when you live in Clarkdale, you're going to be driving over to Walmart, which is about maybe 15 minutes from pretty much any location. And here are some manufactured homes down there, but I wouldn't recommend. It's not my favorite area. Let's just say that. Oh, we've got, Olson's, which is for, animal feed. People do have horses and stuff out here, but you can get bird feed and that type of thing. Got some vineyards along here to do some wine tasting. This here is Lamplighter. Again, another 55 plus community. Churches. We have a lot of churches here. Keep saying that, but it's true. We do. All right, going on another roundabout. Again, love the views. Never gets old. All right, we are about to jump into, see, Clarkdale's ahead of us. We are going to jump into our first HOA in Clarkdale. It's called Mountain Gate. I have sold a lot of properties in here. And they have a lot of more of the sort of Spanish motif a little bit. They do have some amenities. I will do my best to try and find the park and show you that. They have townhomes in here, which are actually really nice townhomes. They're all made by Mandalay. Mandalay is all about energy efficiency. So the homes have a lot of upgrades for energy efficiency. They have 2-story homes in here, and they have single-story homes. Again, townhomes, single-level homes, and 2-story homes. A lot of it is obviously more that Spanish style look, but not all of it. This one up here is definitely just regular, and they're still building. They have a few lots left, but not too many. They've been building in here for quite some time. Again, I have worked with people and helped them to buy homes in here. Quite a few actually, and I've looked at many, but I know the builder really well, and their homes have a very good reputation. And the HOA fees are really reasonable in here. And I think I see the entry. Yes, I do, to the park coming right up here. I do believe it's gated, so I'll do my best to maybe sneak in and look at it. I have a client, there's a couple of houses that were for sale, and you could see the park. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna pull up kind of out of the way here a bit and do a quick video for you. Okay? Let's see if we can do that. Okay, so this is Mountain Gate, established in 2022, so it's new. It's very new, and they've added to it over the last few years. Nice picnic area up there. See, they don't have a community center. Oh, yes, they do over there. It's like, I'm gonna be really careful, but this is a great park. It really is. We've got pickleball courts, basketball courts, tennis courts, nice, really nice big walking trail all the way around, kids playground equipment. This is absolutely wonderful. Really, really nice. And look at the views. Again, Amazing views. So yes, that is a clubhouse over there. And more areas to sit outside. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, so now we are coming into the town of Clarkdale. Again, it's just got gorgeous views. Now, there's some really interesting history about this. Oh, nice. Better. Okay, there is some really cool history about this town. It was a mining town, and there's trains that go in and out. The people who owned the mining company set this town up as the first intentionally organized, like, city, structured. So they had buildings and places. Here's the center, here's the court, here's like the center of town, the park. It's a pretty quiet little town. There's not a whole lot going on day to day, but they do have activities and things in the evening, especially in the summer, like I said. So I'm going to do this, and I'll come back to the history a little bit, because we are now heading into the town. There's a couple of small little restaurants in here. There's a brewery, a couple of places to shop. You know, it's hopefully starting to grow a little more. That's the hope. That's their intention, is to try and bring in more businesses down here. But it's a very historic space. There is the city offices and the museum over here. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Look at that chessboard. Huh, how cool. How cool. So yeah, that's a museum. It's all about the copper industry that was, you know, part of this growing this town. And if I keep going straight, I'll end up in Old Town Cottonwood. But we are going to take a turn here when I can and look around. I want to go down by the train depot, because that is where there is a ton of history about this small little town. Look at this. This is just the best playground for kids. This is a massive playground that they built for the kids and families of Clarkdale. Isn't that just awesome? I just think that's just awesome. Kids love it. It's great for the parents. But again, all these towns. Now, it was an organized town when they started to build. The owners of the company lived in the biggest homes. Let me show you this. This is just a kind of a historic little ride for you. And then the next level, like managers and things, lived in the next circle out of homes. And then they had an area for workers that were like in the mine workers, the less people who made less money lived in those areas, and they were called patio homes, and they were small. And if I can find the bulletin sign about it. Now this here, you can come here to the Verde Canyon Railroad and go on tours, like on the train, and it's really a fun trip. I've done it. It just goes out and comes back, but they make it a really fun experience. There's a ton of history that you can read about inside the building there. I'm not going to do that yet or today. I'm going to drive down here. And this is Patio Park. And I'm going to stop here and take some pictures, because I think this is some very interesting history about Clarkdale that people should know. these patio homes are still lived in. I don't know if they're owned by individuals or rentals, but they're still being lived in here in Clarkdale. I'll drive down one street so you can see. But this is patio town, so to speak. And you'll see if you take a minute and pause and look at the pictures, these were tiny homes before tiny homes were a thing. So yeah, tiny little homes. Some are better maintained than others. I like this one, I like the brick. It's gonna last. Oh, actually most of them are pretty well maintained. And these are rentals. Unfortunately, across the street does not look so good. I'm just gonna say. Oh, and here's a really nice park for the kids. Aw, I like that. I love when there's parks for the kids in these areas. But again, across the street's not so nice, you know. And there's a lot of areas, you know, in any town, any city that is sketchy, you know, but that is patio town. Okay, these are going to be some of my favorite little cute town houses in here. These are small little homes. I honestly don't know what they're called, but they are absolutely darling. And one of the things that I like about them is that they have maintained in a lot of them, a lot of the historic woodwork, glass, everything. And so this is a section of Clarkdale that's obviously very residential and has a lot of just small, cute homes. They've had a lot of add-ons and things. Some need some TLC, but just generally speaking, these homes are brick homes. They're built extremely sturdy, and they're just things that people really enjoy because of the history, because of the uniqueness of each one, and yeah, it's just another part of what makes this area unique. I really like these little houses in here. They're so cute. And there's a school. So there is a school here. Be careful. Speed limit at the school is 15 miles an hour. Do not go over 15 miles an hour. You will get a ticket. That was the first thing that happened to me almost when I moved to Arizona, as I drove through the school zone a little too fast and I got a ticket. I was not happy. But I learned. Live and learn. And again, we've got the Mingus Mountains in front of us, all around us here. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome. And we are going to head back. Now, if you look, here's Jerome, right up on the hill there, on the mountain. So it's right, Jerome is right above Clarkdale. That was the tour of Clarkdale. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And there's some great history that comes with Clarkdale. And living there in a historic city is, well, I call it a town. It's not that big. It's just kind of a fun thing and something you can share with people. It's got a cute little downtown area and city park. So if you're interested in more about Clarkdale, buying in and relocating to the Cottonwood / Camp Verde area, please click on the link below to get more information about relocating here, buying here, buyer tips and tricks, things to help this transition be a smooth one for you.